on cooking. I had zero clue on working. All I know is I wanted to just stay home with my kids, and that was it. Before I even start, let me just show you a few things, just to make your life maybe a little easier. Okay, if I'm walking funny, because I can move it back a little bit. So, those of us who have a bad back, this is really helpful. I know the company gives you a bag to throw all your stuff in, which is fantastic. But if you're like me, I just need to not carry everything in one bag. You can get this at Staples or Target. It's just so easy to throw all your stuff in here and unload in the house. I'm not saying this is the only thing that I take with me, but a lot of stuff can fit in here. I'm going to encourage you not to wash your stuff at your shows. You just don't want to be in your host's home at 12 o'clock at night, midnight, okay? You'll end up sleeping over there. You want to get in and out of there fast. The bigger things, of course, you wash the stones, a piece of cookware, anything like that. So, do you like this idea? Yes. Just wanted to share that with you. What I do when I do my demonstration, I have a bucket, that green bucket over here. You can get that also at Target. So as I demonstrate, Mary, could you give a tree, please? And, when I'm demonstrating something, so let's say I'm using the baker's roller, I'll use it and then I'll throw it into my bucket, my dirty bin, and that bin comes home with me. So it's very easy when I come home, wash it, throw in the dishwasher, it's simple. So, as a brand new consultant, you will make, on an average, about $100, $200 per show. That is the average. I will say on Long Island, our average is way higher. These products are getting bigger and better, and it's such an easy sale without being a salesperson. Would you agree? Don't you think? I know it's so easy. I know when I saw everything, I wanted everything, and I was not a cook. So what you're going to do at the beginning, you need to set up all your shows. The more shows you do, the more money you're going to make, of course. I'm going to tell you, you could do this every night of your life, or you could do this once a month, however it fits your life. I will encourage you to do 1 to 2 shows a week. You will have a booming business that way. That's pretty much part-time. What happens, unfortunately, is cancellations do happen. So if you say, Jill, you know what, I just want to do 1 or 2 shows a month. That's okay, but what happens is, let's say a cancellation happens. It snows, someone gets hurt, the husband comes home, whatever the reason is, it's like you're just never getting the full swing of the shows. You want to get comfortable with them. So I'm going to encourage you from the beginning to get your friends and family to do shows for you. Now, we all know your friends and family could be the worst people in your life. I know that. But we're going to give you the words to use because you need them. You cannot be pushy with strangers, but you can be with your friends and family. So it's all in the way that you're going to ask them about why they would want to book a show with you. And it's so easy. You're going to just say, hey, Susie, you're going to call them up and say, oh my God, are you familiar with the Pampered Chef? You're going to hear 2 things. Either, what's the Pampered Chef? Or, I love the Pampered Chef. So if they say, I love the Pampered Chef, you're going to say, me too. I just signed up. I'm a consultant now. I want you to host a show with me. I am so excited. You're going to get a ton of free merchandise. You're going to invite your friends. I'm going to come in. Let's get a date on the calendar. You just cannot say, hey, Susie, want to book a show with me? Because that's not going to fly. She's going to say no. And then you're going to go on to the next person. So it's very contagious when you are excited. If you're going to be drippy about it, and I know at the beginning you're like a little scared, but just be excited about it because it's a wonderful product. It's a great experience. And it's actually, like we said, Sandy, it's not root canal. This is actually fun. And your host is going to make out like a bandit. It's number 1. The company gives you an incentive for the first month in the business. Do $12.50 in sales in your first 30 days, and what do you get? What's going on right now?
Rock Rock.
The Rock Rock, correct? But maybe some of you signed up last month or this month. You want to hit your $12.50 in sales. Now, I have to tell you, when I first started my first month, I did almost $5,000 in sales in one month. Why? Because I did 8 shows in my first month. So, like I said, an average show nationwide is 500. Here on Long Island, they're higher. If you get a few shows on your calendar, what's going to happen? You're going to get a nice big paycheck. You're going to have a lot of people in front of you, and you're going to have a business. As a brand new consultant, you will make that $100, $200. Once you start sharing the opportunity, you're going to double, triple, and quadruple your income. No, I don't want you to think that I signed up Mary and I said, I signed up Mary and I'm going to make so much money off of Mary. I signed up Mary and I said, I'm going to make so much money off of the Pampered Chef. The Pampered Chef pays us every time we bring someone into the business. How we are different from Amway and Arbonne and some of the other direct selling companies, we don't sign people, we don't just sell the kit. We sell the opportunity. If I signed up Mary and she bought the kit and never did anything, that's not helping me. That's not helping her. We all want to make money. So your success is our success. We want everybody to do phenomenal at that, and we're going to help you to do a great show. Why do you want to build a team? They have, actually, for a brand new consultant, a program called Fast Track. If you become a director in the first 90 days of business, Pampered Chef will hand you $500 cash. Correct?
Yeah. And the director is?
What is a director? All you need is 5 people on your team. So what's going to happen? You're going to go do your live cooking show. Someone's going to be inspired. The next thing you know, they're like, hey, this looks like fun. Maybe I can do this. Once you have 5 people on your team, and between you and them do sales of $5,000, which is so doable, you now have this title of director. When the company offers a trip every year, which next year the trip is to Atlantis, every time you move up the ladder, you need less points to earn this trip. Okay, so it works in a point system.
And also, Jill, what they get when they become a director is they get all of the new products.
You get the new products, you get more money, a bigger percentage, bonuses. I mean, there's a long list of things. Everything you're going to hear tonight is going to be so overwhelming. You're going to be like, what just happened to me? Just absorb. It is all fun, and I promise you're going to love this. Let's get cooking.
Well, while you're giving that, can you just tell them that, listen, and I know that you're all brand new and you think, oh my goodness, I don't even know what I'm doing. How could I tell anybody what to do? Aren't you all here? We take care of that for you. Your director will work with you. Jill will work with you. If I'm, who's ever your upline director, they're going to work with those people. So you don't have to train them. That's what we're here for.
I had someone at my first show. This is my New Year's Eve apron. I still feel like this.
You did that though?
Huh?
You did that?
No, somebody did.
Oh, someone did that.
So you become a director, we'll get you one.
You know what, Annette? You become a director in 90 days, you're getting one.
All right, well, I got 4 shows, so
Okay,
you
that's
people now.
fantastic. So let me tell you what happened to me. I was a stay-at-home mom. My kids were 2 and 5 at the time. I was invited to a Pampered Chef party. My cousin was hosting, and I looked at the invitation. I'm like, oh God, I don't want to go to this. I'm not a cook. But of course, it was my cousin that had to go to this party. So the night came, and I said to my husband, give me $30. Let me just go. I'll buy something. I'll be home in 20 minutes. I go out, I run out of the house. I get to the party. I sit down. Within 5 minutes, my mouth is hanging open. I'm loving everything. No matter what she showed, I wanted it. She showed the mandolin. I'm like, what number is that? I'm writing it down. She's showing the apple peeler. I'm like, what number is that? I'm writing it down. I was just blown away by the whole experience. So at the end of the night, I looked at my order form, and I had a $250 order. And in my head, I'm saying, oh my God, imagine, I don't cook. Look at my order. Imagine people who cook. This is going to be like a gold mine. So I raised my hand. I'm like, excuse me, can you make money doing this? And she said, oh yeah, you'll make about $100, $200 a night. I'm like, sign me up right now. I want to do this. She was like, right now? I said, right now. So she finished up her show, and I sat down with her at the end of the night, and I said, what do I have to do this the right way? She said, if you do 2 shows a week, you're going to have a booming business. I said, okay. Came home, I walked in the house, and my husband said, so, what'd you buy? And I'm like,
Joe!
What did I do with you? Joe! He's like, oh my God, what is this going to cost me? I'm like, no, I'm telling you, I found my thing. I was so excited. So he was saying, what am I wasting my money on? My mother was like, you don't cook, what are you doing? But I was just like, everybody get out of my way. I am going to fly with this baby. So it's 19 years later. That is my story. I called everyone and their mother, everyone I knew, my friends, not my family, of course. And I told them that I was doing this thing called the Pampered Chef, and I said, you have to have a party. And I put 8 shows on my calendar that first month, because that's what she told me. So I don't want to tell you, oh, go book 1 show and you'll be fine. I want you all to get that paycheck, because when I got that first paycheck that was almost $1,000, I did a cartwheel, and I do not know how to do a cartwheel. To me, that was $1 million for a little part-time job. So the money went way up from there, and I'll explain that as we go on. You ready? Everyone's looking at me like I'm an alien, but that's okay. All right, so you're going to see me tonight is going to be kind of a training on how to use the products, but there are several different ways you can do a live cooking show. One is this way, where I'm standing by the table and I'm presenting. Right now, when you're going to go online, you're able to see these interactive shows. Are you familiar with that? Those are fantastic, and they are sweeping the nation, where instead of you doing the show, you give the guests the recipes, they work on the table, and they do everything. It's kind of like going to a cooking class, like going to a cooking school. They seem to be having great success with it. Once the food is all done, in the microwave, in the oven, you gather them all up in the den or the living room, wherever you are, go over the high-end products, see who liked what. Everyone has their wine, wrap it up. It's a big hit. So tonight is kind of like a training for you guys, but you can see online how to do one of those other interactive shows. Anybody here doing an interactive show, my directors? Look at these girls, they're doing it, and you're having success?
A lot of success, yep.
Do you have questions about that? Because I'm just going to set this up right now. All right, so I'm going to show you how to make 3 different recipes tonight. You're not making 3 recipes at your shows, though, you promise? I'm just showing you different options. When you work with crescent rolls, you just want to open them up like the last second before you're going to start your show, because if they're sitting here for an hour, they're going to melt. They start to grow and do funky things. So the recipes I'm going to teach you are, one is the spinach artichoke braid, the other one is the chocolate molten cake, and the other one is bruschetta pasta. Are you all familiar with these? You are?
No.
Who never had this braid, the spinach artichoke? Who never had it? Okay. As a brand new consultant, this will be a fantastic recipe to do because it's easy, it's a wow, and everyone gets so excited, and it tastes ridiculously ridiculous.
Which way are you putting it? I need one already.
I'm going to show you. Take out your iPhones right now and take a picture. Yeah, that's why I'm showing you. Now, I just want you to know, you're going to do as much prep work ahead of time if you're doing this type of show. There's no reason for them to see you doing this. You see how boring this is? I'm just talking, you'll be dying. You'll be blushing and you'll be sweating, and we don't want that going on. So I just want to show you how to do this. Your host is in charge of getting the ingredients for the show, but me, I'm a little bit anal, and I bring the majority of the ingredients. That's just the way I do it, and I tell her to get a few things. So I don't like traveling with crescent rolls anymore because they once blew up in my car and thought somebody shot me.
Where am I?
I was in the Bronx, and all of a sudden, stuff started happening. So, you know what? I asked my host to get the crescent rolls.
And also, you want to see those ingredients when you get in there, because I went one time and they gave me the crescent rolls out of the freezer.
Oh, love that.
And lucky for me, I had my 12-inch skillet, and I was able to defrost them inside of my skillet.
And
really?
yeah, you know what? Things happen.
You've got to do that bit again, that was fabulous.
I'm on mine.
So you
That
don't
was
use the whole 2
fabulous.
packages?
You do.
Yeah.
Almost.
I had some left over, whatever. Okay, so there you go, guys. Okay, just 2
Like little
tubes, just hang them out. I know we call this a braid. It's not really a braid. It's just the easy way of making this. So this is basically my show. This is what I bring with me. I don't want you to think you have to bring every single product with you. How many of you here have the Rock Crock? Big hands.
Oh.
How many of you have the deep covered baker? How many of you have neither? Just curious. Okay, after one month in the business, after you hit that $12.50, you're going to get 100 Pampered Chef dollars. In the first 90 days of business, every $12.50 you do, you get 100 Pampered Chef dollars. That is play money, so you can get all the products that are not in the kit,
At a discount.
that don't come in your kit. You can use that, to get the product. So the first thing you are going to want, actually you'll be earning it because that's the incentive this month. If you hit the $12.50, you want the bigger ticket items. We're not going to talk long about this because your sales will be $24.30 at every single show. People will know what all these little gadgets are. The bigger ticket items, you want to talk longer about them. Whatever you are most passionate about, that's what you're going to sell the best. You want to create that desire, okay? You ready, kids? All right. I'm going to run through the show and we'll do questions at the end, okay? So this way we get the food in and out. So excited. Here we go. Okay. Does anybody have a baking stone?
Mm-hmm.
Pampered Chef has the highest quality baking stones in the nation. How these are different from the ones that you see in Williams-Sonoma or one of the other cooking stores, not only can you do your bread on here, you can also do your meat. So if you're frying up your chicken cutlets, don't fry them anymore. Bake them on your stone. They come out amazing. Speaking of amazing, I have a habit of saying amazing 40,000 times during the night. Anytime you hear me say amazing, we're going to pass this cookbook to the left. At the end of the night, whoever ends up with it goes home with it. It's a very easy game. This is an old little cookbook, so we'll start the game right here. Are you having an amazing time? Okay, we're just pretending to do it that way. The reason I play that game, and you guys will have, you can use these as door prizes, you can pass around a Twix and Click, it doesn't matter. It kind of makes them listen. They want to win something. I can pass around a toothpick, they don't care. If this fights break out, they get crazy. All right, I don't know if anyone know her? Anyone know Jillian? Jillian Grant, you'll see her, she's also on 1,000 videos. This is just one of our older catalogs. She was at my show many, many years ago. She was the happiest, sweetest, most fun girl in the whole show that night. So this game that I play is fixed. The happiest person in the room is winning it all the time. So I see this Jillian, she's so bubbly, I'm like, oh my God, she's coming with me. So the show is ending, and I see that my little cookbook is 2 away from her. So I said, ladies, I hope you all had an amazing, amazing time here tonight. And it moves over to her, I'm like, who's the winner? She goes, oh my God, this is a sign, I have to do this. We know that. So anyway, not that she's not beautiful, she's beautiful, but she had just such electric power around her. I just signed her up, and she was very young, and she's still in the business, and it's 17 years later, and she has that magnet because she is no clue on cooking at that time, but everyone was just so attracted to her because she's fun, and that's what people want. Even if you don't know what to say about this, smile. If you smile, people are going to be attracted to that. That's where the bookings are going to come. So that's my game. Okay. So bar pan, and I want you to say this. You're going to give three reasons why people need it, and then you're going to move on to the next product. How many of you make vegetables? Anyone make veggies? Ever? Take fresh broccoli, throw it on your stone, put some olive oil, breadcrumb, bake 400 degrees for 20 minutes. When it comes out, amazing. You like cauliflower? Same thing. Asparagus? Same
How long?
thing. A little olive oil, breadcrumb, bake 400 degrees for 20 minutes. You can bake your meatballs on here. I bake my cookies on here. I do my French fries on here. What do I not do on here? I don't do a meatloaf, and I don't do a whole chicken because the sides aren't high enough. We have about 20 different stones. They all do exactly the same thing. They turn your oven into a brick oven. Everything bakes perfectly. To me, this is the most versatile because you can do a lot of things on here. The first few times you use your stone, you need to oil your stone. How many of you use Pam? Anyone use Pam? If you use Pam, it's strictly a chemical. If you look at the back of the canister of the Pam, there's an ingredient in there that says propellant. You might as well lay under the planes at Kennedy Airport, suck in the fumes because you're getting the same effect. This baby here is the kitchen spritzer. What you want to do is put your own oil in here, whether it's Western oil, olive oil, canola oil. Put it in here, seal it tight, pump it up until it gets really hot. Now it's not aerosol. So, the first few times you use your stone, if you have the spritzer, use the spritzer. If you don't have the spritzer, you're not going to use that. Saddest part of my life is I am a Weight Watchers dropout, but I did learn 1 spritz, no points, 2 spritz, 1 point. Isn't that amazing? I have no life, I'm sorry. Okay, so again, you want to oil your stones, guys. Day 1, it'll be completely white. The worse it looks, the better it cooks. See this one? A nice, well-seasoned stone. You want it to start to look like this. Make fatty, greasy things on here. It gets like that satin finish. How many of you have a toaster oven in your kitchen? How many of you have that silver tray with the tinfoil? Okay.
No, I have that.
Throw it away, I give you permission, and now you have your own adorable stone for the toaster oven. Toaster oven pan can't live without it. Little Purdue chicken nuggets, pizza bagels, whatever. To clean your stone, every stone comes with a scraper. What you want to do is just wash it under hot water after the stone cools down, scrape away the excess whatever, take a paper towel, wipe it dry, put it away. It's the easiest cleanup. Never use any soap on your stones. When people look at you with a wrinkled forehead and they don't understand that, you can say it's like grandma's old cast iron pots, the same idea. That's the seasoning process. Okay, moving on. So I opened up the crescent rolls here, 2 tubes, lay them out like that. The classic batter bowl. I have everything ready to go in here. You want to get to your shows a half hour earlier, they do not need to see you measure out all these ingredients. This is how I start my show. So in here I have a box of frozen chopped spinach. If you're making this when you're young, I know you don't know this, you defrost it, then you squeeze out all the excess water with 49,000 paper towels, and then throw it in here. I'll email you the recipe for this. It's simple. It's 4 ounces of crumbled feta, 4 ounces of shredded mozzarella cheese. I chopped up a can of artichoke hearts, a little bit of mayo, and then we're going to put some garlic in here. Batter bowl. You do everything. Your eggs, your pancakes, your dips. When you marinate something, I make salmon twice a week, and I like to marinate it in teriyaki sauce. Better to marinate in glass rather than plastic. Plastic, it doesn't stain, it doesn't smell. And when you look in your fridge, you can say like, oh, what's in there? Instead of like, what's in there? So you can actually see in here. Okay? And I love that it has a lid. This is garlic. Will you please verify for me that the skin is still on here? Yep. Because you and I met before today? Garlic costs 25 cents. Every time you go food shopping, buy yourself fresh garlic. If you have green things growing out of it, too bitter, you don't want to go there. Store your garlic on the counter, in a basket, in a bowl, not in the refrigerator. I'm going to give you all the best tip that I just learned. When you go food shopping, you ever come home with fruits and vegetables, you're like, should I put it in the fridge, should I leave it on the counter? Wherever you see it in the grocery store, that's where it goes in your house. So you know down the middle aisle are your potatoes and your garlic and your onions. Those do not go in the refrigerator. Is that a great tip? You will look extremely excited. Okay. Take a clove of garlic, place it in here. First crack you hear, just the shell breaking. Be careful, it's like SeaWorld in the front row. You ready? Come on. In Brooklyn, they go crazy for that. Sandy's the only one laughing tonight. I would have signed you in 3 seconds, okay? And you're left with the skin. Isn't that amazing? So, you know how I said I throw all my dirty things in that green bucket? You know that dog running around here? He'd be in the bucket. I'm just chucking it, everything over there. These are called Pamper Chef Baywatch Babes. Why? Because they're made of silicone, but they will not leak. These will not split, chip, crack, peel, stain, burn. They won't get funky on the top here. You can use them in your skillet. You can use them in your wok. We love them. These are the specials this month. When they spend $70 before tax and shipping, they could get one of these for free. Isn't that amazing? So I'm going to just work with this right now. I'm going to just mix this up. Now, I chopped up the artichoke hearts with my manual food processor or my food chopper. I don't remember. But again, to me, I don't feel like I have to show them that. Okay, because I'm going to use it for something else. So we're going to take this mixture and just lay it right down the middle here.
Is the artichoke already in there too?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the only thing I did in front of them was the garlic.
And you put mayo in it?
Yeah, there's like
Third of
about
a cup.
a quarter cup. I never really measure it. I think it's about a quarter cup, a third cup.
Third.
Third, quarter, whatever I grab. Okay? And the only people that don't like these scrapers are kids, because it gets the bowl so clean, there's nothing left for them to lick when you're making that chocolate cake. I'm just saying. All right, good. Here's the fun. Watch. Crisscross. Crisscross. Take a picture. Come on. Usually they're screaming at this point. You say?
I have to show them.
Just give me the picture. All right, so you just make these X's all the way down. You cannot mess this up. It's just crescent rolls and the filling. There you go. Okay? And now you can send it to everybody. Believe me, it's all it's online. This recipe is in our All the Best cookbook, and they show it in a ring. It's called the spinach artichoke ring, but I'm just doing it in the bar pan. All right? Was that easy? So easy when Jill does it. There's my mother with her 30-year-old paintbrush with the hair, with the Saucy Susan still in here from 1972 from her lamb chops. Yeah, baby. We've updated Myrna now. This is really fantastic. I have lots of them. There are all my little things in the kitchen here. If you're a baker, you have to get this. If you work with butter or oil, you put a little drop right in your pan and you brush it around. We're just going to do a little egg whitewash right now. And I have this in our prep bowl. Now, our prep bowls come in a set of 6. To me, they should come in a set of 26. There's never enough of them, if you ask me. And I love that they have lids. Isn't that amazing? Pass the book. Oh, we're not playing. Mary, they're laughing tonight.
They don't know what you're talking about.
No, Mary, you get up there and talk.
No,
You'll have
Mary said she would rather get a root canal and a colonoscopy.
And a colonoscopy than sit here and listen to this show. I've heard this 1,000 times already. But you know what? She is very good. And she knows what she's doing.
She's a master.
Okay, we're gonna put
Does
this
she
in
ever
the
make any
oven,
changes?
400
No.
degrees.
No, this is a big thing. You know what I make in there when I want to make a chocolate recipe? Honestly, I do crushed graham cracker crumbs and I put it in the middle with little mini marshmallows and chocolate chips, and I braid it and I make a s'mores braid in there. What? Go.
And then everyone dies after the show.
Yeah.
That is called
Cracker
fat
crumbs.
bastard. No, really, isn't that what they
Let's
call
laugh
it?
at
Fat bastard
s'mores
braid.
Yeah.
Fat bastard s'mores
That's
braid,
sweet.
okay? So maybe that'll go over the show. Depends on the neighborhood you're in. Anyway, okay, if you're like me, I do every holiday for my entire dysfunctional family. For some reason, they all come to my house. I don't know why. But anyway, if you have a wood table or a glass table, you know how you can't put anything hot right on the table? You're always looking for pads and trivets, because you can't put stuff on there. So when the stuff comes out of the oven, I take 3 of these. I have probably 10 of them. I lay them right up that wood table. When the hot food comes out, boom, 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 it's all the same height. The presentation is perfect. If you're all about presentation, this is great to put under a tablecloth. You ever see when people do the high and the low? You know, at a wedding, you pretend. Which is nice, or you can just fold them flat. If you go to Bed Bath & Beyond, they sell the ones with the real little legs. They collapse, they don't hold a lot of weight. This holds a lot of weight. Don't make me sit up here and embarrass myself. But anyway, this is stackable cooling rack. It comes in a set of 2. It is a must-have in the kitchen. Okay. Now we're going to go on to our bruschetta pasta. Who never had this recipe? This is the best. If the world ends tomorrow, we are dying happily. I'm not even kidding you. I'm going to tell you all about this. First, where is this? The deep covered baker.
Oh, I love that now.
Okay, so for many years, this was my #1 biggest seller. We love this. It's a baking stone. It's fantastic, and it has a lid. So this goes in the oven, and it goes in the microwave. It's a stone. You can wash this with soap on the outside, just because it's glazed, in case you get any drippings on it. Have anyone, who makes a whole chicken? Anyone? If you want to make the best chicken of your life, you're going to make it either in here or in here. What happens is you throw your chicken in, put the lid on, and you can cook 30 minutes in the microwave. When you lift that lid, all the meat's going to fall off the bone. It's going to be the sweetest, juiciest chicken you've ever had in your entire life. It is ridiculous. Now, these pots are made for cooking in the microwave. There's not another pot that you can actually cook in. Corningware, Visions, plastic, you can put that stuff in the microwave, but not for a long time. These you can. So, what I love about the deep covered baker is everything, except it doesn't have all the bells and whistles that this has. This goes on your stovetop, it goes in your oven, it goes under the broiler, it goes in the microwave, it goes on the barbecue, and it goes in the dishwasher. So if you're the type that does not want to think about what you can do with this, with what you're making, this is the baby you want. People in Manhattan, I can't tell you how many orders I'm taking from people who call me because their apartments are this big as this, and they have no room for anything, so this is the one-pot wonder. This will do everything for them. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more, but I just want to get this in the microwave right now. I took a box of spaghetti, break it in half, break it in 3, and throw it in here. You with me? 1 container of chicken broth, 32 ounces. I'm going to put it in like this. Doesn't this seem simple? I make this once a week.
What is the name of that pot? What is it
Rock,
called?
rock.
This is called the rock. This is the Dutch oven. We have 3 different sizes. This is the big one. And we're going to put the lid on. This will go in the microwave for 8 minutes. After 8 minutes, we're going to give a little zhuzh, a little mix, and then we're going to put it back in for 8 more minutes, and this will be done. It's going to cook in the chicken broth, okay?